All right, gang, welcome back to our one-tile challenge here on Calmlands. It is September. Today's a very big day. We've got 3 fields still to, well, I'm sorry, 2 fields to harvest. And today's a big selling day for all of the salt, as you can clearly tell. So we're going to start off with that. I'm going the wrong way already. Just so it's a habit of going over here, I got to get out of that habit. So we're going to sell the salt today. Harvest the sorghum field, harvest the rice field. We've got to get the straw up off that field over there. Then we can do my brainwave that I had in the last episode. We need to replow this field up over here. The grass is ready to mow as well, so I guess there is 3 fields technically, but there's a lot to do today, if I'm honest with you. A lot. How's everyone doing? I hope you're all doing well. We don't have a whole lot of money in the account right now. Lost a good chunk overnight, but that's okay. We're going to make a ton right now, so it's not a big deal. Now, we've got about 350,000 liters, just under that, $350,000 left to pay off on our loan. I am planning to utilize a good chunk of this salt to pay off that loan. I would like to make other upgrades and do some other things that we talked about, but really, it's time for us to start spending some heavy dollars on getting the loan paid off further. So that's the main goal for today. We're going to get those fields harvested, get the straw up off the ground that we baled in the last episode. Then we're going to spend a little bit of time and effort on paying off the loan and doing my brainwave. That's the main objectives I want to get done. If we don't get the grass mowed today, we don't get the grass mowed today. The sheep are fine. Not really a big deal right now for the sheep. So we'll hold on to the grass if we have to. But if we have the time to do it, we will do it. We've got silage to sell as well if we want to do that. We didn't sell it in the last episode, so we can sell that today if we want to as well, which will be pretty helpful, I think. So yeah, hopefully you're all doing well. Things are good. Things are pretty good here. At the time of this recording, I did just get the Barker Family Farm series uploaded. It has been processed by YouTube. It is good to go. So if you are a member, shameless plug, you'll have access to that very, very soon. Well, you already have access to it, actually, by the time this video comes out, so I don't even know why I'm saying anything. Ignore me. Just ignore me completely. Anyway, I guess we'll just shameless plug the members then. So if you want to become a member, there's a link down below in the description. You get access to videos early, like that Barker Family series, and any other video for that matter. Anytime I have a video done and it's uploaded onto YouTube, regardless if I have the thumbnail ready or not, you're able to view any of those videos early. Right now, there should be somewhere between the range of 4, 5, maybe even 6 videos out there for you to watch early. Well, hopefully I don't screw up now that I said that. Hopefully that is the case, but I normally try to, at a bare minimum, keep at least 3 out there ready for you to watch at all times. Whenever I'm gone for work or whatever it may be, vacation or whatever it ends up being. Sometimes that's not the case, but that's typically what I like to try to keep it at. I like to have 5 videos at a minimum recorded and at least 2 to 3, well 3 really, uploaded for you to watch early. So I try to keep that going. It doesn't always end up working that way, but I try to. So that's just another perk you get if you decide to become one. You don't have to. Anyway, enough shameless plugging myself. How's everyone? Things are good, man. Things are real good. I feel much better. As far as real life goes, my dad retired, I don't know, almost a year ago. And he's been in the back working. Well, he didn't do it today. But yesterday he did for a long time. Helping build a patio for us. He used to build so my dad was a semi-truck driver for most of his life, but early age, in his, I guess it would be his 20s and early 30s, he built houses for a living. And so he's helping build a patio for my wife and I in the back, so kind of excited about that. It's going to take a while before that's done. Obviously, he's doing it by himself. I will try to help him when I can, but most of the time he's doing it while my mom is still at work. My mom didn't retire yet. And so he's just, here working throughout the day, and I'm normally working too. So not a whole lot of the time do I have the ability to help him out of any sort. But yeah, so It's pretty hot this week, so I felt bad for him doing it, but he refused. He wanted to do it, and I told him to come inside. He wouldn't do it, so you know how stubborn people get sometimes. That's how my dad is. He's stubborn, so. So we got Vegas coming up here soon. I know I've talked about it before. Friends of ours are getting married, so we'll be leaving for Vegas. Let's see, by the time this video comes out, it'll probably be about 2 weeks out or so, 2.5 weeks out. Shouldn't be a problem. I should have enough videos loaded up for you. Those of you that are members and want to watch the videos early, they should be out there. There shouldn't be any delay to anyone else who's not a member, who's just a subscriber on the video and likes to watch them. You should still have a daily video at a bare minimum. So that's good. I've had enough time, hopefully, to get some loaded up here, at least recorded. So yeah. Other than the sorghum field today, the rice field, getting up the straw, and doing my brainwave, I mean, we could plow this field up too, I guess. So there's a couple things we could do today, but really just depends on where we get to time-wise, right? How much time we have left and what we can end up getting done. I don't think anything else needs to be done. This needs a second application of fertilizer, I guess. But otherwise, that's pretty much it. So we'll probably have the worker help us a little bit now that we've got some money coming in here, but I would like to see truly how much money we have first before we do that. Couple of reasons. One, I know how much money I can actually spend on a worker, if any. Two, I know how much we can put down on the actual loan itself. Yeah, I guess that's the main objectives right there, right? All right, so that is all from the larger salt marsh, and we got to 110, which is great, right? That would put us about half of the loan would be paid off if we take all of that money. I would honestly like more to be paid off. It looks like we're not going to be able to get to the full extent of where I wanted to get to today, which I was hoping we would only have like 100,000 left. I think we're going to be close to that, but I think there's still going to be $100,000 left of the loan. But I still do think we are going to be very close to being able to pay off the loan by the end of the year, if not early spring of next year for this series. So, again, do I really want to end this series? Not really. No, I'm having a lot of fun with it, but I do think it is time. We're many episodes in. A lot of other people that are doing this series have already completed it. I've been taking my time on purpose, so that's the reason why I have not completed it. But I do think it's time. I watched recently the video from Rusty Money Gaming, who had put a new series out. Very interesting series. I do not think I will be partaking in it, though. I've got a list of about 10 different challenges that I've come up with myself here that at some point I want to incorporate, whether it's in this game or the future game, who knows. There's a lot, right? In most of these series, we've got them running for around 50. They're averaging 50 to 60 episodes, right? Challenge ones, at least. That's normally what we like to keep it at. So you factor that in. I mean, we're actually much closer than you think to already 1 year into this game, which is crazy to even think about. Like, I feel like it's just yesterday this game came out, but I mean, it's August, right? We're 3 months out. 3 months out, I think, from this game came out. So, it's crazy to me to think about that. Time is flying, man. It's absolutely flying. All right, so we got 3 pallets left here. So not a ton. We also need to get the coarse salt up out of these as well. I didn't do that in the last episode. I said I would do it this one. So we need to do that as well, because that's some extra money we're just kind of leaving on the table right now. So it looks like mostly what we have right now is just fine salt going into here. So yeah, we're not even going to make 200. We're not even going to get to a point where we're only going to have 100,000 left. We're probably more than likely going to end up having at least another 200,000 that we have to pay off. So slightly unfortunate, but that's okay. Hopefully, once the clothes get going, that won't be the case, right? They are going, I guess I should say, but once we have more sheep producing more, they are reproducing. There's some baby sheep in there. You can see one, well, you can see a couple of them clear as day right here. But once they start actually producing wool for us and we've got more, we're going to have a lot more clothes coming out as well. So same with the chickens, right? Same with the eggs. We're going to have a lot more eggs as well. So there's some things on the horizon that are going to help us pay off this loan a little bit faster. The same thing with the broodstock. We've got to buy more broodstock, by the way, more crawfish, excuse me. We need to buy more broodstock to turn them into crawfish. So, quite a few things to do here. And quite a few things that hopefully will make us money. Then we've got all the flour and the canola oil. We'll be putting sunflowers in, I think, next time. So we'll get sunflower oil as well. So there's some money here still to be made. But we probably do have, you know, another 15 episodes to go before this series is over. I was planning on doing it by the end of this operating year, but I just don't think we're going to get there. So I think we're going to need another year. In-game year, I should say. So this is the final amount here. Should get us to about 150,000. Perfect. Okay, so there we are, $150,000. What am I going to do? Well, we have $345,000 in loan left, I believe. We do. So we're going to repay a lot of this right now. I want to get this down pretty low here. We'll go to 250,000. There's still quite a lot. That's a lot. But it gives us $55,000 to play with as well, which is going to be good, right? That should now get us to a point where next month we're not going to lose any more money from the loan. Should actually be producing money, which is good. Real good. So that's where we're at. I'm going to go sell the silage really quick. And you know what? Nope. Scratch that. We're not. We're going to pick up the straw here. Now, the straw. I'm not sure what to do with it. I kind of want to sell it. But I'm not sure. We have flour as well that's spawned, and you know, I should have this memorized by now, but I don't. It's not good till December. Okay. So maybe with the flour, maybe we will get there. Maybe we will get there. Who knows? I guess it really just depends on how much we get. The flour and the canola oil, they're going to be coming here the next couple months too, so maybe we will get there. Who knows? Now, we talked in the last episode, I think, about keeping the straw until it's absolutely best to sell it. I'm tempted just to sell it today, even though I said that in the last episode. I'm tempted to sell it. I think I'm probably going to, honestly. We're just going to make some money off of it and call it. It doesn't fluctuate all that much. Straw doesn't. It's very small amount of fluctuation. I don't want to run into the rice field here. 36 to 48. So, I mean, it's $10 difference, right? It's not $90 is not going to to do a whole lot. We are just going to sell these outright. We're going to get the ones out of the shed too. We're just going to sell all of those outright today. So big selling day, big selling day today. Yeah. Let's just get to work. I'm going to do that. Then we'll jump on the harvester. We'll get harvesting. I'll probably. Yeah, I'll put a worker on plowing that field up over there. Because it does need to be plowed, so we'll do that, and yeah, we'll get going. Uh-oh, the straw doesn't take here, does it? Ooh, I forgot about that. Okay, well, then the straw doesn't go there. All right, well, I guess we're going to the animal dealer. Whoops, I completely forgot about that. Well, that's gonna need to be a time lapse anyway, because that's gonna be long trips up there. I really probably should get something else besides just taking these one at a time. That's going to be like 8 trips. Maybe I get a small flatbed trailer. For the time being, I'll put them over here in the shed. That's fine. Well, for the time being, we'll put them over here, but we're going to sell them today, I think. I don't see any reason not to. For whatever reason, they won't stack any higher than 3. I thought there would be enough room for 4, but it doesn't stack any higher. And I don't really want to move them over any further than that. Because then they're going to be inside the harvester. We really don't want that to happen, right? So, I guess we're going to take the harvester out anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. But once we put the harvester back, the harvester probably won't be able to fit. I guess I could rotate around where the header is and move it in front, or I guess in front of these bales. I guess I could do it that way. I guess that's one way to go about it. I don't know. I'll think about it. Anyway, we've got a lot to get done. Let's get working on that, and let's see where we get to. Okay, that was a very, very long time-lapse, gang, but we got a lot done. Stuff that needed to be done. So we were able to accomplish that. Got the sorghum field harvested, obviously. That field straight ahead of us has been plowed. We got this fertilizer, the second application of fertilizer on this field. We've got the field over there where the straw was plowed. We now have the worker, well, attempting to pick up the stones over there, but having a major issue with it. They've already run into something where they're not able to turn around, so we're going to have to probably just do that for them. And what we're going to do over there, probably pretty obvious. It's not that exciting. That's why I didn't really make that big of a deal about it, besides the fact that it is a brainwave. We're going to combine those fields. Now, why are we combining those fields? Well, a couple of reasons, honestly. One, it's going to help us. We've got a lot of fields to manage now, and sometimes we've been running into what I like to call, I don't know what he was stuck on, but what I like to call, I don't know, a situation where it's extremely difficult for us to be able to, you know, keep up, right, and do all the things we need to do at the same time, the basic maintenance stuff. So it's going to help us with that, because now we have one less field to harvest, and we can obviously utilize our worker to help assist us with that. And two, I'm going to put canola in this field. This is going to be our canola field. It's going to be quite a large canola field. Canola makes us a lot of money because we are turning that in to canola oil, right? So that is a huge bonus for us. It's going to make us a lot more money this way. And I just think it's overall a better approach. Now, we talked about it earlier, right? The odds are we're going to have to do at least one more year here, in-game year, before we pay off that loan fully. But on the chance that we don't have to for whatever reason, that's okay. It's not a big deal. It's perfectly fine. Still, I want to do it just to have it set up that way, regardless if we end the series then or not. So yeah, very long time lapse. I apologize for this long time lapse there, but I will speed it up 8 times more than likely. So it shouldn't be too bad. It's probably going to be like a 4-minute time lapse, something like that. Normally our time lapse is around 1 to 2 minutes. Sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less. It really just depends on what we're doing and how big the job is of what we're doing. But yeah, it was definitely needed. It was definitely needed. So just decided to get it all taken care of. Now, I have the harvester over here for a reason. I didn't go put that away, mostly because it needs gas. I'm sure you noticed that. So I'm leaving it there because we're going to go take it up to the main area there, to Ducky's, and get it some gas, which I still think is hilarious, that play on Buc-ee's. Now, if you don't know what a Buc-ee's is, if you're not in America, I don't think there's any Buc-ee's internationally, but it's basically a gas station that's like a massive grocery store, and it has like gas lanes, gas pump lanes. You wouldn't even believe it if I told you. I don't know the exact number, but it's like 50 gas pumps. It's just a big, massive row of gas pumps, and then it's this big, massive store where you can do shopping, and they've got everything. You can get pulled pork there, like, you know, anything you want, pretty much, they've got it. It's crazy. It's an event. It's an experience. So I really thought it was hilarious. I know a long time ago somebody mentioned that, you know, in the comments, that's what it's about. It's a play on that, and you're correct, it is. But it's just it's hilarious that they added that in there. I think it's great. Now, the Duckies here in the game is nowhere near the size of the Buc-ee's. Just look it up. If you don't know, if you're overseas for whatever reason, you're not in America, look up Buc-ee's. You'll laugh pretty funny. It's pretty funny when you see how big these things are. We just recently got a Buc-ee's here in Ohio. We haven't had one until just recently. Most of the gas stations we've been getting are Sheetz, which is great. Sheetz is great. I would argue Sheetz is a smaller version of that. It's a basic size gas station, but it has, you know, food and stuff you can get made there. So we got a lot of Sheetz popping up everywhere, but Buc-ee's just started to infiltrate Ohio. The one in Sierraville, which is Pigeon Forge, which is Gatlinburg in Tennessee, that is insane how big that one is. It's it's outrageous. It's absolutely outrageous. It's bigger than the other normal Buc-ee's. Let's put it that way. It's crazy. So anyway, stop talking about Buc-ee's and Duckies here. almost done with the picking up the stones here, which is great. This is going to help us out a lot. Now, I don't know if these fields are going to need lime. This one does not. I'm pretty sure we looked at this one last time. It doesn't. So, yeah. So we'll be able to jump straight into drilling here pretty much immediately. What I think I'm going to do is put the worker on doing the rice harvest. We've done that a lot. I haven't tried a worker there. The worker might run into issues, actually, now that I think about it. We might end up having to do the rice field because of that reason. I would probably argue that we're probably going to have to do it. I mean, the worker had issues just with this field trying to do the pick up the stones. It's probably going to have issues as well with harvesting and drilling because I have stuff so close to it. It doesn't really have enough room to turn around. I guess what I could have done is set up the... I guess that's probably what I should have did. I still think they'd have issues, though. I could have set up the, you know, when I go into the menu, set it as, you know, work the headland first. But they're probably still going to have issues no matter what, so... Now, straight ahead, we had the sorghum field. I put all of the sorghum for the time being just into the silo. I don't have the sorghum flour turned on. We are going to turn it on. I want to keep a little bit of that sorghum, though, for the chickens. I topped off the chicken coop, as you could see. Right now, they're not going to need anything because there's not that many chickens in there. But once we get a full house of chickens in there, they're probably going to be chewing through that sorghum a lot faster than they currently are. So I want to keep some of that into the silo, but I don't think we're going to need all 8,000 liters of that sorghum. I could be wrong, but anyway, either way, we're just going to leave it off for the time being. We might turn on the sorghum here soon and kind of bump it up. I don't know. You try to watch it, monitor it, and let it take half of it, because as you know, that mill itself is just, it's sharing somehow with the silo, so it's just taking everything from the silo, which is a little annoying. I'd prefer it only to take whatever I actually want to deposit into it, but nonetheless, it is doing that, so we just have to kind of monitor it, right, month by month, I guess, just to make sure that it's not eating up every bit of sorghum, and then we can just turn off the whole production for sorghum flour, and that should do the trick. Now, I'm not going to take this back just yet. I'm going to leave it here because we are going to have to plow up that grass portion there in the middle that I didn't do. That's the reason why the plow is still over here as well. The sorghum field down there I was talking about, we're probably going to put either barley or wheat in there. I just talked about how, you know, the sorghum, we've got enough, I think, for the chickens, probably for the rest of the series, unless we use all of it for flour. So because of that reason, we're going to put something else in there. We don't necessarily need that to be sorghum again, I guess is how I will put it. Alright, so let's do the best we can here to try to keep the line as straight as possible. Well, it wasn't as straight as it could be, but that's alright. Alright, we're underway. We're going to have to do probably 2 passes with the rock picker, which, that's fine. And I know some of this has already been plowed, so we're kind of re-plowing it again, but that's alright. When I'm done with this plowing, I'm going to go jump into the rice harvester. I'm going to put it on a worker. I'm just going to see what happens. If the worker is able to do it, fantastic. If they're not, then I guess we'll have to take care of it and do it ourselves, right? But I'm hopeful. I'm hoping. Whoops, I went a little bit too far there too. I'm hoping it'll be okay. Touch that up with some grass. That's going to drive me crazy. All right, we're back here underway, getting up the stones here. I've got the workers started over there, although I don't really know where they're going, so we'll just let them do their thing and figure it out and hope for the best. Hopefully it goes well. If it doesn't, like I mentioned, we'll just have to do it. There's nothing else for it. We're not going to get the grass mowed today. We're just not going to be able to. We're going to run out of time. Already long episode, so mostly because of that time lapse I put in, but you know, nonetheless. So as soon as we get these stones picked up here, we'll go drop these off, put this away. I'm going to touch up the edges here really quick that I kind of went over accidentally. I probably won't put the meadow grass down. I'll do that kind of off camera, but I'll at least touch them up and make it a more unified square, rectangle, whatever. And and then we'll go ahead and get started on drilling this. And yeah, we're going to put canola in, like I mentioned. So our drill is pretty decent, right, as far as the width goes. So it shouldn't take us too long, even though this is much larger. It really shouldn't take too long. So yeah, I'll just do a jump cut here. I'll get the rest of this done. I'll take it over there, drop it off, and I will be back with you, and we'll be drilling this field. All right, we are nearly done here, gang, and I'm going to be straightforward with you. I am not even going to worry about rolling this field today. It would take a long time for us to get it rolled, excuse me. So I will not even worry about the extra 2% increase we were going to get from this field. It's fine. Let's not worry about it. You also probably noticed that I had to buy some fertilizer. We lost a little bit of money in the right-hand corner. I'm sure you noticed that. I went up and bought fertilizer, just did it all off camera. There's no reason to do that on camera. I'm actually going to hold off on selling the straw as well for one more episode, even though I talked about it early on that we were going to do it today. I'm going to hold off. We will not end up doing that today, which that's fine. It's not that big of a deal. It really isn't. So we're going to hold off on doing that, and we're going to finish up the rest of the rice field here. I think we'll be done after that for the day. It shouldn't take us too long to do that, though. There's not a whole lot left. It's just basically a headland pass that the worker, for whatever reason, it probably something that we shouldn't have even drilled, but I was drilling it because I was trying to, you know, squeeze out every single dollar we could get off that field, so. Because a lot of you correctly pointed out, I'm not really making a whole lot of money off the rice, and you're right, we're not. And even when I get to a point where I find something for rice flour, we're not going to be making that much money then either. You're correct. It probably wasn't really worth it going the approach here of being able to get this harvester. We got lucky that it was even in the used market. I thought we were just going to be losing that money. But I wanted to do it, right? I had yet to do just regular rice, so I wanted to do it. I did long grain rice, but regular rice we had yet to do, so it's something I wanted to do for the series. Now, what I could do, I don't think we're going to, but what I could do is just scratch the rice field altogether and the rice harvester and the drill, and that would probably get us close to $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 back in the bank account. I don't think we're going to do that, but we certainly could go that approach, I guess, if we were really close to finishing the series or whatever. But I don't think we're going to do that. That just seems a little cheaty to me, and that's kind of what I've been preaching since the beginning. I don't really want this series to feel that way. I want it to be difficult, and so, anyway. We're pretty much done here, though. I'm not going to do anything with this rice today. We are literally just going to be putting this directly into the silo with the remaining rice, the remainder of the rice that we've had from the previous harvests. And then hopefully here in the off-season, we will do something with the rice. We will find something to put down for, to turn it into rice flour or whatever else we decide to turn it into. But for the time being, we're just going to store it. And all we have left is this little pass here. So with that, we're going to leave the episode at this point. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I would greatly appreciate it if you smash the like and the subscribe button if you made it this far along in the video. Helps me out a ton. Members links down below, Discord's down below, everything you need. Always, it's down below. Yeah, if you do decide to become a member, this month's video is going to be probably about planning out or setting up a new series for the replacement of this one. So maybe a little bit of a shameless extra plug there to potentially get you to think about becoming a member. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for your support. We'll see you next time.